don't do that, because they'll go back to their father's house and all they have to do is pay for their data and their hangout money, and you have rent to pay. Hey queens, welcome back to another video. If this is your first time stopping by, hey boo, what's good, what's poppin'? I am Adiah and welcome back to my channel. And if this is my first time, thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate the support. So from the title of the video, you already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tips for moving out for the first time in your 20s. I'm in my 20s. I moved out last year. I've spent a year by myself, living by myself, and I've just kind of picked up, like tips I wish I knew earlier, and tips that just kind of make sense in general. I'm in my 20s, hello, and I just feel like this would help someone who is planning to move out and start their own little life somewhere. So the first thing I would say is commit this whole journey into the hands of God, or whatever supreme being you believe in, because it's not beans. You need spiritual support, because your mental health will derail every other day. Okay, from the bills to pay, from the bills to pay, from the bills to pay. Let it be something that you actually want to do and you're actually ready for. Now, how you get ready for it is as follows. First thing is to have a source of income already. It doesn't make any sense to move out of your parents' house and ask your parents for rent and ask your parents for money to maintain the apartment. It's like, then why are you not living with me? Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, if you have that kind of arrangement with your parents, that's cool. I'm saying for those who want to move out and be independent of their parents, know that end of month, end of a few weeks, your bills will get paid. You have the money to feed, you have the money to take care of yourself. Get you a source of, like, if you're not planning on getting yourself a source of income before leaving, please don't leave. Because a lot of people don't plan properly and then they move out of their parents' house only to move in a few months later, knock you, and besides you prove your parents right. So it's like, don't do that. So get yourself a stable source of income before you move out. Another tip I have for you guys is to live below your means. Now, this is a given. Naturally, you're supposed to live below your means to be able to like save, budget, all of that stuff, right? But I'm saying that when you move out at first, listen, the buying will be excessive. Like, you will need appliances, you will need to paint, you will need to buy furniture, stuff like that, right? I would say don't buy all the pieces at once. Buy the pieces you absolutely need first, and then with time get the other things that you can live without. If you can afford to get a table, your bed frame, your mattress, if you can really comfortably, like 100% afford to do it right, get all of them done at once. Hey, nobody's stopping you. But if you're trying to be slow on the money, on the spending, even if you can afford to do your bed frame and your table, do your bed frame first, because I promise you that money for table, something else will eat it in that month, right? So like, budget your spending in bits. So it's like, this month I buy a big piece of furniture, this month I buy a big appliance. So this month you can buy a bed frame, next month you can buy a fridge, so that you don't do everything at once and then there's no money to eat. Another thing is to always put money on the side. Listen, I cannot tell you how much this has saved me, because it's one thing to pay your rent, to pay your light bills, to pay water bill. It's another thing to maintain your apartment. So after you pay your rent, right, you still have to get electrician if there's a faulty bulb. You still have to get a carpenter, you still stuff like that, and then something might just break out of nowhere and you need to replace it, or you might just urgently need to make a purchase for something. So always have money. I don't call this rainy day money, it's like more like for like home upkeep, home maintenance, really. So just always put money aside so that you know that, okay, if I need to get electricians to come and do this, I have separate money that will not affect my monthly budget, if you budget, you get what I'm saying, take from there and buy a big piece of appliance if nothing has come up for you to have to spend from there. You get what I'm saying? Another tip I have for you guys is find ways to get it cheaper. Listen to me, I did not say go and buy rubbish. That's not what I just told you. Find ways to get it cheaper. What I mean by that is buy in bulk when there are sales, Easter sales, New Year sales, February sales, media sales, stuff like that. Jumia always has sales. And another thing is to buy from all these vintage stores for like cookware, vintage stores for decor, like find ways to get it cheaper. You can go to art and craft, buy decor and home stuff, but just find ways to get it cheaper. That money you are saving, it will go away somehow. Okay, so just try and save as much as you can. The last, but honestly I feel like it's the most important, don't live to impress people. Listen, when I first moved into this apartment, somebody came to see me and they went, oh, you should buy a fridge, you should do this, you should do this, you should do that. This person is coming from their father's house and they're living with their parents now. Even though nobody forced me to move out, right, I'm on my journey, you get what I'm saying? But I cannot take my feeding money and go and buy a fridge and then not have anything to put in the fridge because someone came into my apartment and is like, oh, go and buy a fridge, go and do this, go and do that. If they need you to buy a fridge, they should give you the money to do it. But if not, nobody should tell you how you should decide to furnish or live in your space. And that's one thing people don't know about housewarming gifts. That's why people give housewarming gifts to friends when they move in, because moving is not cheap. Okay, there's always something that you need to buy. So housewarming gift helps. It alleviates, like, oh, you get a microwave, you don't have to buy a microwave, you get stuff like that. So don't ever try to impress people by, okay, my friend said that I should do da 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 da. Don't do that, because they'll go back to their father's house and all they have to do is pay for their data and their hangout money, and you have rent to pay, you have light bill to pay, you have water bill to pay, you have maintenance to pay. Do you get what I'm saying? For me, this is easy, sha, because it's like, it's my house. You're not living with me. If you're so icky about the fact I don't have a fridge, buy me a fridge. You get what I'm saying? If you can't or you won't, then don't talk about it. Leave me alone. Alright guys, that's all the tips I have for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I honestly feel like these things have helped me so much, and I want you to understand that moving and living by yourself, it's an entire journey. I cannot tell you how much I've changed in the past year, from taking responsibility of myself, my environment, just like building a space where I feel comfortable and happy in. It's definitely a gradual process. Unless you're like Dangote's kid, you cannot buy everything at once in this economy. You're not a so Gary. So I'm kidding, but it's a gradual process, and don't ever let anyone pressure you into doing stuff, because it's like, okay, you're like, do this, but you're going back to your mom's house. You get what I'm saying? But like, I get to live with myself, so it's like you have to take inventory of yourself and know, okay, what's priority. You get this, you can live without this for a while, you live without it while you save money to get what you want. That's how it works, or at least that's how I work with it. That's my formula for it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm really interested to know. And if you're moving or you're planning to move, honestly, God be with you. This shit is not easy, but you got this, and that's on period. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, share, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and leave a comment down below and turn on your post notification. And you guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.